Since the second grade, I've been gainfully employed, hustling for change every day from 3 to 4. When other kids was into playing games and being bored, going against the grains, what a painfully enjoyed. I was like, God damn, I know I'm not doing that verse justice, because he does it way better. What is good, HipHop Heads? It is Esteban Xound here with another album review. Now, before we get into anything, remember to subscribe, comment, like, share the video. If you like the videos, I appreciate everyone who's subscribed to this point, everyone who's commented, interacted, really appreciate it. And with that being said, this is the Black Thought Streams of Thought Volume 2 album review. Going into the album, I respect Black Thought as a rapper. If I'm gonna be honest, I've only skimmed through the Roots discography. I know this sounds like treason, but I'm just being honest. It's on my hip hop to-do list, and I will get to the discography, but I've only listened to Black Thought in passing. I've heard him on features, I hear what people say about Black Thought, so I respect his name and I respect his legacy just off of what I've heard about Black Thought. Now, I had listened to the first streams of thought with Ninth Wonder. I was disappointed, to say the least, not because of Black Thought. A very lyrical rap, he wasn't the issue. My issue was with the Ninth Wonder beats. I was hoping for some soul chops that we get out of Ninth Wonder, but I didn't get that. We got some like trying to be the Roots instrumentals. Wasn't fucking with. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I really wasn't liking that album. So going to this album, I was skeptical. I was like, okay, are the beats gonna be lackluster like last time? Because we know what we're gonna get out of Black Thought. That's not a question. But it's what we get production-wise. So I was skeptical going into the album. My first impressions, I really fucked with this thing. And it was because of Salaam Remi on the production. He actually came through with perfectly crafted Black Thought beats. This sounded like it was in pocket for him. It didn't feel like a reach for him. And Black Thought sounded focused, loud, and clear on this album. And the project was so damn short that I feel like there wasn't enough time to not like a track on here. So it comes on and it goes. So you can really put this thing on and not have to touch it, and next thing you know, it's off. I kind of like that feature from the album. So I really enjoyed the first listen when I listened to this album. After a few listens, it just got better and better as I could start analyzing and understanding some of Black Thought's bars and rhyme schemes. I think Black Thought has to be the master of internal rhymes, and I think this project continues to solidify him as one of the best in the game. The only complaints I have, I say the same thing about Lupe Fiasco's music. Sometimes the bars are so complex, almost to a fault, where you don't fully understand what they're talking about. You gotta go on Rap Genius and search shit. And sometimes when you're listening to music, you don't really want to do all that kind of research. You just want to be able to listen to something and enjoy it. I know that sounds like a stupid complaint, like, oh, you're asking for everyone to dump down the bars and how dare you don't like lyrical rap, you're lazy, you don't want to do the research. It's not that. It's just I don't always want to hear some shit go over my head all the time when I'm listening to it. I'd like to be able to understand my music. And the other complaint I have, the only complaints I have, you thought you were the only one. Now, and the other complaint I have is the lack of hooks on these tracks. I wish Black Thought would have added hooks on these tracks. It would have brought the project to another level, in my opinion. My favorite tracks, Fentanyl. This is how you open up an album. Starting with literally the dope analogies, drug references, talking about, you know, I get a new pack for you. Black Thought's going in. A dope opener to the album. Sound of Confusion. This is one of my favorite tracks on the album. The bass line sounds like some James Brown funk shit. Black Thought delivers 2 dope verses, and when he says, the breadwinner, the dead sinner, the head spinner, I heard life is a bitch, I went to bed with her, I was like, ooh, That's my shit. Get Outlined, another killer bass line by Salaam Remi. He made this shit sound like a music film with the flutes, with the music. Black Thought touches on the youngins in poor communities, worrying about having to die and dodging death. So that the content matter was dope. I really appreciated all the different references to the different cities. It added perspective to the subject matter. The new grit, this beat is killer. The guitar on this one, that was my shit. Honestly, the way Black Thought opens up this verse with "I body you maricons," and then he ends with "Your empire expired, don't test the Esquire. I'm blessed, the Messiah, no less than fresh. I am the best, you just tired. The fuck is you stupid? This is true grit. I'ma call it the new shit." That's what I'm saying. The internal rhymes on this album, I'm just like, man, he's a master at that. One of the shortest tracks on the album, but honestly, I think it's one of the dopest tracks on the album. Long Liveth. This beat sounded different from the drums to the instruments. It was just a different beat, but it was one of my favorites, and I think lyrically this is one of my favorite tracks on the album. Black Thought, the way he tells the story: "Since the second grade, I've been gainfully employed, hustling for change every day from 3 to 4. Another kid was into playing games and being bored, going against the grains, what a painfully enjoyed." I was like, god damn, I know I'm not doing that verse justice because he does it way better. But I was like, these are my favorite lines out of Black Thought because I can finally relate to what he's saying. And when we get relatability from a top tier lyricist, that is just another level. Streets, this beat is the definition of music. From the horns to the dirty drums to the different instruments in the back, Salaam Remi really he outdid himself on this beat. Black Thought speeds up the flow. Tariq the People's Champ, really enjoyed this track, and I think it's been getting the best response out of the people. This is probably my second favorite track on the album. Really dope. Conception, a moodier instrumental from Salaam Remi. It was a change of pace. The vocals on the back were a perfect addition, and we get a softer side from Black Thought, a more vulnerable side out of Black Thought. He touches on some of the downfalls as far as dealing with fame, religion, and race. And the way he touches on No Conception's Immaculate Main, referring to the fact that nobody's perfect, and I appreciate that shit. And when I hear the feature on the hook, I was like, who is this guy? He's dope. And then I find out that it's Black Thought, and I'm like, yo, that's even doper. The fact that he can do a hook like that and he can spin in the verses. My least favorite tracks, honestly, I'd say there's not a bad track on this album. There's just tracks that I was kind of neutral on. History Unfolds, the beat kind of sounds like a lackluster version of the new grit. Thought sounds the most passionate that I've heard him on the whole album, so he wasn't the issue. It was really just more the instrumental. How to Hold the Chopper, again, the instrumental is low key, it's jazzy. And Black Thought's touching on some real shit, industrial prison complex and the struggles that black and brown people have to deal with and their need to defend themselves. The subject matter wasn't the issue. I just felt it lacked a little bit of punch. Overall, honestly, this feels like a freestyle tape for Black Thought. If you're a fan of hearing Black Thought on freestyles and just hearing them go, which I think a lot of us are, this is a perfect album. You can just hear him spit on unadulterated rhymes, dope boom bap, jazzy beats. I do wish Black Thought made more hooks for this album because I think it would have taken it to another level. But honestly, I'm still happy with what we got. And I think it's much better than the first streams of Thought. I think it's miles better than the first streams of Thought, in my opinion. Honestly, you can put this on and I'll have to skip a track. Black Thought, if you're watching, continue to make dope, uncut, raw hip-hop music. Keep spinning at a top tier level and keep working with these producers to craft these whole albums. I think we get some of your best projects when you work with these one producers to craft a whole album for you. So keep doing that. Keep making dope hip-hop music. You're one of the best in the game. I know I gotta do my history. I know I gotta do my homework. I will go back and listen to some of the albums. But honestly, with that being said, you're still making dope music today, and that's honestly what counts. So with that being said, if I was to give this a rating, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. With that being said, remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share the video if you like the video. I'm Philly Represent. You're coming out with some dope music. Peace. What is good, guys? Oh shit. I gotta take my glasses off for this motherfucker. No, I'm blessed, the Messiah, no less, the fresh. Hold up, I fucked that up. Hold up, I gotta get this right for Black Thought. Look, since the second grade, I've been gainfully employed, hustling from change. Hold up, I gotta get this right.